All right. Are you making these very common mistakes in your boutique business? If so, stay here. I'm going to teach you how to fix the things that are draining your time, your money, and just overall creating an unsuccessful boutique thus far. Let's fix that. Okay. Stay tuned. Why should you listen to me about this? Well, I've worked with over 15,000 boutique owners, new, experienced. I'm a professional retail strategist. The same things happen over and over, and you can avoid them. I'm here to help you. I want to create a bunch of successful boutiques like I've been doing for the past 10 years. I started out this whole journey by writing this book, and this book goes through so much of how to start a boutique business. Because I wrote this a while ago, it doesn't include some of the most common things I see nowadays. Let's get right into it. The first thing I hear that makes me cringe is when people say, I have something for everyone. Well, why? Why are you trying to do that? Amazon does that. Amazon has something for everyone. You're not Amazon. Why do you need something for everyone? The idea of boutiques, and this is like me being such a purist. Boutiques started with the idea that these are small brands that you can get in your small local store and that you won't find many other places. With the internet coming about, everyone can find anything anywhere. The key in standing out is by not having something for everyone, for having something that is specific to a specific niche. I am 6'1", and you don't know that because I'm sitting down, but I'm going to tell you right now, this shirt is a tall shirt, and that's the only way it's going to actually fit on my body. Tall is a niche, okay? Larger feet are bigger niches, just like petite is a niche, just like plus size is a niche, okay? The more specific you are about who you're selling to and what you're selling to them, the more sales you will make. I know, it sounds crazy. If you're in the United States, you are forgetting how big our country is, right? What is it, 330 million people? It's a lot of people. You cannot cater to all of them. Again, Amazon does it. Let them do it, okay? If you want more feedback on who you're catering to, comment below who you think your ideal customer is, or at least who you're trying to target. And let's talk about it and see if I can help you narrow it down a little more. The second most common, biggest mistake I see people make is that they just overbuy inventory. They buy way too much, way too soon before they know what they're doing. I tell most people you should start with a budget of like $1,000 and see how far it gets you. Anything more than that, you're just going to waste money. Now, if you're opening a brick and mortar store and you have square footage to fill, yeah, you're going to need more than that. But again, you should never say, oh, my budget to start a boutique is $5,000. I'm going to spend $5,000 on all my initial inventory. No way. You should spend like $1,500. Test things out, grow. You don't know what's going to sell. You think you know what's going to sell. But the truth is, when you first start out, you need to have really specific inventory that is easily tested against each other. So what I mean by that is if you are someone who bought one style, let's say you bought this shirt, you got it in black, you got it in a stripe, you got it in hot pink. It's too much. Buy your favorite color, buy the most unique one, buy the one you know looks so different that you couldn't get at Target or Old Navy. When you overbuy inventory, it becomes a bigger problem that can snowball. Most of the time, I see people down the road where they've been overbuying inventory for a year or 2 years, 3 years, and now they have a basement or a back room full of stuff that they're like, what do I do with it, Emily? And we do have a podcast about how to sell unsold inventory. We'll put it in the notes below. But the biggest thing that I would say is that you can always get more inventory. Don't try to buy it all up front. Don't try to do these big launches. Don't try to have new arrivals every week. You don't need that. You don't have the audience. And until you have a solid audience, until you really feel like you're growing this business, you're at $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, you really don't need that much inventory. Scale back on how much you buy so that you can grow faster. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You have to show up to sell things for your boutique. Period. End of story. The third most common mistake that I see most boutique owners make is that they underestimate how powerful free marketing and free social media is. I have people come to me and they're like, I'm running all these ads and they're not working, or I'm posting once a week and no one's seeing it. Like, okay, yeah, I know. Like, ads aren't going to work when you're new. They just don't. And I can go into that in another video, but ads don't work when you're new. And all of this is free. Like, Facebook is free. Instagram is free. You can go live for free and sell things on Instagram, like right now. Why wouldn't you do that? You know, too many people are relying on the fact that this person's going to see it. My family is going to buy from me. My friends are going to buy from me. They're not. They're just not. Your friends aren't going to buy from you. Your family's not going to buy from you. They might, but like they're not going to be your regular customers. You have to build an audience. The best way to build an audience is through social media. But show up often. Use this free social media tool that, 10 years ago, we didn't have this. So use it or lose it. This is your time to shine. If you have a brick and mortar, I need you to be on Google reviews. Like I need you to have updated pictures of your store. I need you to have reviews. I need you to have updated hours. Like please, please, please manage that Google review. Okay. Don't forget, Google is the #1 search engine on the internet. If someone searches boutique near me, I want you to pop up and I want you to look amazing and I want you to have great reviews so that someone comes in. That's easy to maintain, and there's no reason not to be doing it. The fourth most common mistake I see is that people don't track their numbers. They don't know what's going on in their boutique business. And here's what I'll tell you. When you're first starting out, it is sort of like an intuitive thing where you're like buying and selling and kind of testing things out. But at a certain point, once you start to get the ball rolling, if you're not looking at how many people came to your website, how many people walk through your front door, what's your average retail price, what's your average profit margin, how are you marking things up, how are you marking things down, you need a profit plan. Most people that start a boutique don't come from fashion. They don't come from a retail background. The silliest thing that you could think as a boutique owner is that there aren't already rules, standards, regulations, formulas to what we do. There are so many to what we do. The retail industry is the oldest practice like in the world. There are easy calculations that you should know to be tracking these indicators of how you're performing. This is the only way to grow and scale. And I think if you're not looking at least at your monthly sales numbers, how much you're making, how many units that equals, what your average sale is, you are already missing the mark. So please go do that now. Go log into your POS system, learn your numbers. Even if you don't know what they mean, know them. Know what's going on in your business. You'll start to see patterns. You'll start to see issues arise, and then you can fix them. But if you don't know what's going on in your business with the numbers, you will run out of money. You will be overbought, and you will come to me in 6 months and say, Emily, I messed up. And what do I do now? And I'm going to gently say to you, thank you so much for coming to me. I really want to help you. Let's get started. If you don't like numbers, if you don't like to track that stuff, then hire someone who does. If you've gotten to this point in this video and you have not liked or subscribed, please do that. It means so much to me. And it's really like the only way I know that people are enjoying my content and that I'm able to grow what I do. The last thing I want is for people to come to me 10 years in business and say, Emily, I'm not making money. I don't know what's going on. Please help me. No, I want you to come sooner. The sooner someone can come and I can help them, the better off that they are. The last thing that people forget about is that the entrepreneurial journey is a lonely one. It's a lonely one and it's kind of confusing. To be honest, there's 17 different strategies you could take. I go through many calls every day and every single person I'm telling to do different things. Now, is it all based on the same metrics? Is it all based on a similar strategy? Yes, but every situation is unique. And I think it's important for you to know that however you've decided to operate your boutique, there are other people who are doing it that way. And there's other people who know how to help you run it better, including myself. That's why you're here, right? If you're not going to have a strategy or get support with that strategy from a community or a coach or a consultant, I'm going to just tell you right now, you're missing out on the potential success that you could see. Okay. Boutiques are one of the most profitable businesses in the world. They are quite easy to start and maintain and grow, but you need a strategy, you need a system, and you need support. If you are looking for more strategy, more support, you want to talk to me one-on-one. That's what my training does. That's what my support does. And I hope you will consider joining us. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you on the next one.